Hey everyone, we are getting close to Easter, and that means we are continuing to encounter Jesus as we are in our lesson this week that has some events leading up to Jesus' death and his burial. But before we get to all that, I want to go ahead and congratulate Caleb Harrell on winning our Weight in the Crate Challenge. I had that crate last week that I was holding up, and you guys had lots of good guesses, but Caleb was the closest. Caleb guessed 58, and I had 62 pounds in that crate. So Caleb won the right to tell me some things to say in my Elmo voice coming to you guys this week. And so I have it written down here, so I'm going to go ahead and read it to make sure I get it right. So here it goes.
Everybody, how's it going? Okay, Elmo says that Caleb did an excellent job. So he did. And Mr. Caleb says, stay home, stay safe, stay healthy, and Mr. Caleb says he misses everyone. Okay? Yeah.
So there you go. My Elmo voice is kind of on the fritz right now, but that's about the best I could do right now. So congratulations, Caleb. Next week, I'm going to have a new challenge, and I'm going to go ahead and have this here. I have this whole jar full of bottle caps from Cokes and Pepsis and a whole bunch of different other soft drinks that I've had throughout the years, and they're all different, and I want to know how many are in here. The winner this next week is going to be able to get a card game from Superstart. So we didn't get to go to Superstart this year, but there's a card game that they were going to play. I will get that for you and send that out. So it could be another game you guys can play as a family, and that could be kind of fun. So here's the jar. I'll turn it around so you guys can see. All right, so there you go. So you're guessing how many bottle caps are in that jar. So we are continuing to encounter Jesus, and up until this point, we've had a lot of encounters in the Bible that have direct encountering with Jesus and other people as they meet him. And this week, we're going to read about the events that lead up to Jesus' death and his burial. And you're going to see some interaction between all the people who are there. But what I want you to think about is, and start to think about even more, is how have you been encountering Jesus over the last couple years, over the last couple weeks? And especially as we lead up to Easter, I want you to think about how are you encountering Jesus now? What's your relationship like with Jesus now? What does that look like? So as you do this week, as you read all the scriptures that are there on our page, I want to pay special attention to Psalm chapter 22. And I'm going to read most or of all of it. And I want you to think about this. This is written hundreds of years before Jesus' crucifixion. And as you read through Matthew, you can see a ton of different parallels. And it's amazing to see how this was written about the event that happened. So I'm going to read it. And here we go. Psalm 22. My God, why have you forsaken me? Why are you so far from saving me? So far from the words of my groaning. Oh my God, I cry out by day, but you do not answer. By night, and I am not silent. Yet you are enthroned as the Holy One. You are the praise of Israel. In you our fathers put their trust. They trusted, and you delivered. They cried to you and were saved, and in you they trusted and were not disappointed. But I am a worm, not a man, scorned by men and despised by the people. All who see me mock me. They hurl insults, shaking their heads. He trusts the Lord. Let the Lord rescue him. Let him deliver him, since he delights in him. Yet you brought me out of the womb. You made me trust in you, even at my mother's breast. From birth I was cast upon you. From my mother's womb you have been my God. Do not be far from me, For trouble is near, and there is no one to help. Many bulls surround me. Strong bulls of Bashan encircle me. Roaring lions tear their prey, open their mouths wide against me. I'm poured out like water. All my bones are out of joint. My heart has turned to wax. It has melted away within me. My strength is dried up like a potsherd, and my tongue sticks to the roof of my mouth. You lay me in the dust of death, and dogs have surrounded me. A band of evil men has encircled me. They have pierced my hands and my feet. I can count all my bones. People stare and gloat over me. They divide my garments among them and cast lots for my clothing. But you, O Lord, be not far off. O my strength, come quickly to help me. Deliver me from the sword, my precious life from the power of the dogs. Rescue me from the mouth of the lion. Save me from the horns of the wild oxen. And as you guys continue to read through Psalm 22, you can see so many things that talk about what actually happened at the death of Jesus Christ. And as you look at Jesus and how he died, I want you to think about why he died. He died so that you can have the relationship with God that he intended from the beginning, a life that didn't have sin separating us from him. That's what Jesus died for. He died so that your sins could be forgiven. And so as we lead up to Easter, I want you to think about that. I'd love for you to read these passages. Look at what happened at Jesus' trial. Look what happened at the Last Supper. Look at what happened when Jesus did die and when he was buried. Because all of that leads to what happens next week, and that's Easter. That's the celebration. That's going to be the amazing part. And it's all because of what Jesus did by dying on the cross for us. All right, guys. See you next time. Don't forget to send your Facebook guesses on how many are in this jar. And hopefully, I really do hope you guys are doing all right, that you guys are staying safe and healthy. And love you guys, miss you guys. I'll see you next time.